So this is going to be my extemporaneous speech on elephants and the ivory trade. Fast food and dieting. Dieting is an evil word. People just want to run for the hills when they hear of I'm on a diet or I need a diet. I'm sure if people were offered a salad or hamburger, they would go for that hamburger because even they know it tastes better, even though they know the salad for them is better for them and their body in the long run. This same idea can also be applied to elephants and this whole poaching problem in the ivory trade. What's going on is that elephants are being killed for their ivory, aka their teeth, and they need it for like everyday things and especially for like eating. But once it's gone, they're gone too, and they're just killed and left for dead. And people are taking these ivory and their teeth, and they're just making kind of useless things out of it. I mean, it's really pretty, and they can make art and jewelry and stuff like out of it, but it's not necessarily needed. According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, every 15 minutes a poacher kills an elephant for its ivory. It's material that nobody needs except elephants, and they really do need it. So today I'm going to be talking about the problem of it, or what's causing this. Second, the cause of it. And then third, a solution. I'm not saying the solution is what we need to do to get it done and fix this, but maybe it's a nice step in the right direction. So first, I'm going to talk about the problem of it. According to the Humane Society organization on August 22nd, 2014, it states there are less than 500,000 African elephants unless ivory is stopped. So unless we fix this problem, their population is slowly dwindling, and we could actually see them being extinct in our lifetime. It's really crazy thinking, how is their life going to be different without elephants? But sure enough, if we keep up with this trend, the possibility of not seeing them is really near in the future. According to the Wildlife Conservation Network, elephants are among the world's most intelligent and sensitive animals. They possess empathy and self-awareness. With poaching, more than 33,000 African elephants are killed each year. 33,000 is a large number, and with hearing that, it's very easy to see that they are going to be gone, and unless we don't do anything about it, the possibility of losing this culture, this huge presence in the animal kingdom is going to be disappeared, and then people in the future are not going to be able to appreciate elephants and see them for what their true worth is. So next I'm going to be talking about the cause. And there's two main causes of it. It's considered a luxury to most people, and it's also kind of linked to terrorism. According to the Huffington Post on July 30th, 2014, longtime ranger and conservationist Rory Young admits, ivory is beautiful, and I do have to agree with him on that, even though it's bad. China and the United States are one of the largest importers of ivory, mainly the Asian countries, just because they consider it to be very beautiful there. They use it for like chopsticks, art, jewelry, and other kind of little trinkets and stuff like that, where it kind of has uses value to it, but people love the way it looks, so that's why it keeps coming in, and it also is worth just a lot of money too. According to the White House National Security Council on February 17, 2015, ivory from elephants' tusks contributes between $7 billion and $10 billion a year to the global illegal trade, and it also funds organized crime and terrorist attacks. It's really crazy to see that a lot of money is being made off of ivory and killing this through the black market, and it actually has a huge business that's going beneath like government regulations, and it needs to be stopped. Poachers need to be stopped in their track just before it gets a lot more worse than it does, because it's crazy now. They think they're making all this money, but if they keep it up and the elephants die, where are they going to get it? Next, I'm going to be talking about a solution. So there's two main points or parts that we can try to tackle this with. By A, trying to make the ivory or making ivory useless, and then B, also just making stricter penalties. According to Jeffrey Harris on July 22nd, 2014, in the LA Times, he said that rules should be implemented, but the best message is to send out is that ivory should be proved as valueless. So what's going on is that they're making regulations that are stating anything about any ivory, like from the past and now, has no value to it. And when an item has no value to it, that means you can't make any money off of it. So if the value to ivory has been put to almost zero, it doesn't give anybody motivation to keep poaching, except that's what can be done if like people are like caught or they're trying to sell it like on the market. But what also needs to be done too is making these stricter penalties. So not only they're making the ivory useless, and this is as far as the United States, but stricter penalties need to be made so that people who are poaching can be put in jail and stop to it. According to an article from the U.S. Senate, Dianne Feinstein on January 8, 2015 states, "We need tougher penalties and stronger enforcement to reduce this illegal trade." So people need to be put in jail. They need high fines. It's something they can't afford. Just so this needs to be stopped. I mean, it's really crazy now, but it's such a motivating factor, money. So if we can charge them for what they're doing, ultimately I think it might help out. And then also too, like a last side note, I think if people were to get educated, sorry, the computer went back. I think it is. If people were educated, they would see that this is really bad and that something needs to get done, and then ultimately people will know that we should stop so that other generations can enjoy animals or the use of elephants and other stuff. So today I talked about the problem with elephant poaching and the cause to it, and then also solution. I know it's something that's so hard to think, but if we can apply it to our everyday lives, like dieting and fast food, then we can understand that, hey, we should really kind of rethink like our necessities and think about like what's really important, and knowing that this isn't what we should be doing and that we should ultimately try to save the animals and save the elephants instead. So that is my speech.